What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I'll be talking about the struggles of being a small Twitch streamer. And probably the main struggle is not having enough people in your streams. Because, man, so I just ended my stream. And I ended it early because there's days where people will join my stream and they will overall will talk and have a conversation and crap, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's a dope stream. That'll keep a streamer streaming for a long period of time. Like if I have, my thing is, like, if I have a busy stream, right, and then I end it like in 30-40 minutes, then something done came up. But the only time I will end the stream in like an hour or less, like 30-40 minutes, or anything under an hour, that's because ain't nobody saying nothing. And it just, honestly, them type of streams are so boring, to the point where I'm like, at first I remember I'm like, oh, okay, because I'm a small streamer and stuff. But as the time progresses on, you gain more followers, right? That's usually how, like, Twitch, that's just usually how it goes being a content creator. You gain more followers. You're playing all these, like, my thing is, like, it's funny because I remember this one person that was like, he supported these two sisters that I've shouted out a few times, like on YouTube and Twitch and stuff. But anyways, I just remember him telling me, like, oh, that's how you gain more followers. That's how you gain more viewership, is when you're doing a stream, when you're playing video games. I feel like I have more people or less people in my streams when I'm playing video games than I did when I was doing like IRL streams, when I was just sitting down talking and crap. So that's why I'm like, when people, that's why I just don't, when people, they try to like give you advice and they're trying to quote unquote help you, I don't listen to that crap. Because I'm like, okay, you're talking your experience, you're trying to base another person's experience and try to place it in my own personal experience. Me and them people are two different people. They have more friends and followers on whatever platforms that they're doing. I have less. So you can't compare one content creator to another content creator. It's not the same. So that's why I'm like, anybody, they try to tell me, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do it. I'm not listening to them. That's why it's just a lot of times when people, when they try to tell me what to do with videos, I'll do it for like a split second. Once when I notice nothing is going on, then that's why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop, because that's not doing nothing. Like, that's why it's just, I found it dumb when it was like people like Just a Robot, when he was saying stuff like, oh, you gotta edit your videos and stuff to gain more viewership. You know how many videos I've edited on YouTube and still get the same amount of views? That's why I'm like, bro, you stay in your own lane. Don't, that's why none of the advice help any of that crap. That ain't gonna help a fly, a car drive, or a plane do whatever. But I'm like, bro, my thing is, like, I start up a stream, I literally post everywhere that I am live. I post on Facebook, I post on Twitter, I post on YouTube, Instagram. Think what, the only place I don't post on, because I'm like, I barely have, I mean, I might have to start posting on there and letting people know that I'm live. I wish TikTok had like a story feature, because I'm like, I just don't want my profile to just be a bunch of videos of me saying, oh, I'm live on Twitch and crap. So maybe I need to start doing that. Maybe I just gotta be annoying on all platforms and let people know. But I'm like, there's been so many days where I have posted literally everywhere on social media saying that I'm live on Twitch. People join. There's like, my thing is like, when they join, and that's like the one thing that annoys me, when people join and they don't say nothing. Like, I can understand if you're working, I can understand if you're in school. That makes sense. That makes sense if you can't say nothing. But the crazy thing about it, even when people are working or they're in school or they're doing something, I've had it where people, they're all like, oh, I'm like out like doing deliveries or something. They're out doing deliveries just listening to my stream. There's people, they've like, my 4Souls, they've I think yeah, Priscilla, she was saying that there was a time where they were painting and was watching my stream. So that's why I'm like, hey, yo, if my thing is like, okay, if you're doing that and then they've joined, they've had conversations and they, saying what they want to say and stuff, you doing that, okay, cool, I'm fine with that. But literally, if you join my stream every single day and you don't say nothing, please unfollow me. Just please unfollow me. That type of stuff is more annoying than any. I'm like, no, I don't want people following me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna follow you, I'm gonna join your streams, but I'm not gonna say nothing. That's like doing a 10-20 lap race, and you get all the way to that last lap, and then you don't cross the finish line. Like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, no, just unfollow me. I'm like, I'm sick and tired of that stuff, man. Where it's like people, it's just, nah, I'm ranting today, because I'm like, nah, that stuff people need to understand. And I'm not trying to have nobody write into me all like, oh, this you gotta feel, you gotta do. No, I'm like, all at the end of the day, my thing is like, I'm not asking for donations. I'm not asking for people to gift me subs or subscribe to my channel. I'm not asking for bits. Like, literally any form of currency that is possible to give out on Twitch, I'm not asking for it. The only thing that I am asking for on Twitch is a conversation. That's it. Can I at least have that one thing? My thing is like, okay, following and conversation, them the only two free things that I ask for on Twitch. That's it. But it's like the fact that I gotta keep constantly promoting crap, keep constantly doing things to just get like one more person. And it's like here I am. I got like thousands of followers on YouTube, thousands of followers across all my social media platforms, and I'm like, and only one person joins it. Yeah, I'm like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, if you join my streams and then you're just not saying anything, or you want to tell me lies and crap about some made up fantasy life that you're living, please unfollow me. Because I'm like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, it is mad annoying. Mad annoying. I think there was one person though that did unfollow me, because there was a day where the one guy joined, and he was just lying, just lying out his butt about some like made up fantasy life where he got these 7 feet tall family members. They all got these crazy amount of college scholarships where they're getting accepted to like 20 different colleges. Like, he's telling me all these different things, and I'm like, fam, usually, okay, to talk on that, the scholarship stuff, like, probably somewhat of the most realistic thing that he said. That type of stuff is going to make it on the news. You ain't gonna go and be in my streams talking about, oh yeah, that my nephew or whoever it was got accepted to 20 different colleges. Okay, nice. How come I hear it on the news when people get accepted to like 10, 15 colleges. He named off, it was like 20 something colleges, and I'm like, fam, how come that stuff hasn't made it onto the news? He told me, I think there was a time where he had like a nephew that was like 7'9" or something. I'm all like, okay, how come nobody don't talk on that? Usually when you hear about things like that, an extremely tall person or a person that's getting all these scholarships, like, and that's why I got him caught up in the lie. I think that was the last time he joined my stream, when he told me that his dad played basketball, or he went to my high school, but he lived in Seattle. And if you guys know the distance, like, for those that know me, for those that actually, y'all went to my school, y'all went to TJ. Now, if you guys had went to TJ, like, you know me, right? You know me. If you went to my high school, but you lived in Seattle, does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? Like, my thing is like, now I can say that I've done that because I have proof. I have proof that I actually went to, he's telling me some stuff with no proof. And every time when I asked him, oh, do you have proof? You have proof? He's like, nah, I don't have it. So I'm like, at the end of the day, it got to the point where I'm all like, nah, that type of stuff is annoying. Please don't join my stream trying to, like, lie to me and crap. And that's what this other person is doing. Now they're trying to be like, oh, yeah, there's somebody getting kidnapped. Like, oh, what? And then they joined the stream saying the same thing today. And I'm all like, and then just left. And I'm like, why? Like, that type of stuff, it really confuses me. It really confuses me, because I'm like, look, I'm not asking you guys to lie to me. I'm not asking you guys to, to tell me some fantasy life my thing is like, look, join the stream. Be yourself. Tell me anything that is on your mind. I don't care what it is. It can be about your day. It could be about your pet. It could be about how your parents met. It could be literally anything that you want to tell me. I don't care what it is. I don't. It does not matter to me. You don't have to lie to me, though, to try to, like, make me more fascinated with your life. Like, I'm fascinated with the person's boring life. Like, you don't gotta tell me some fantasy life that nobody is living. I'm like, fam, like that type of stuff, and people, yeah, and they join my streams lying and things. I'm like, hey, yo, you ain't got to join my streams and do all that. So I'm like, I didn't say that to the person today, but I'm like, man, next time they join my stream, I'm like, hey, look, you ain't got to lie on that type of stuff. You don't. Because I'm like, it don't, like, today, at the end of the day, all I was just really looking for is a conversation. And by the time I couldn't even say anything, they had left. So I was like, okay, but if tomorrow I stream and anybody want to join my stream lying and crap, I'm like, fam, I'm really gonna start calling some people out because I'm like, hey yo, that stuff is annoying. You ain't gotta join my streams lying and crap. You can tell me about your boring life. I would be more interested in that than your 7'9", 20 something accepted college graduate, whatever, stories that you trying to tell me about some person that don't even exist. Like, you can tell me that, hey, today I went out for a walk and seen, this a rainbow, or I seen like a bird flying, or I'm all like, what kind of bird? Like, my thing is because this is my, like, this is my stream. Like, for those that's wondering the crap, this is what kind of stream that I have. You can tell me literally the most boring thing that you did today, right? The most boring thing. You could tell me I played this video game today. It was a horrible video game. I will talk on that. What was the game called? Oh, I've heard of that game. That game is pretty bad. Or let's say if I never did hear that game. Oh, tell me what it's about. I keep conversations going on my Twitch streams. So I'm like, at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about the conversation being dead or, none of that. The conversation is going to always keep going. Always. So I'm like, look, and once again, I understand if you're working, I understand if you're in school, but the funny thing about it, I've had people that's been working. I've had people that's been in school. And guess what? They've said more than the people that join my stream on a daily basis and don't say nothing. Like, you have to understand how that makes a person feel. Like, of course a person's going to be mad about that. Where it's like, you have it where there's busy people that manage to make some sort of time out the day to join your streams, show support and show some love, rather than the person that is in your stream, like the whole stream, and not saying nothing. I'm like, no, just unfollow me. Unfollow me. I don't want nobody in my streams anymore. It's like, if you are able to watch my whole stream, right? Watch the whole stream. Like, and if my thing is like, okay, that's the case where you are busy, where you are working, or you in school or something, tell me that. So I know. So I'm like, okay, I ain't got this person made up in my mind where it's like, you're just joining my stream to not say anything. And then when you hear me saying stuff, I'm like, fam. Like, my thing is like, I'd rather have it where nobody joins my stream than to have people in my stream and then not saying nothing. So I'm like, but if you, at the end of the day, if you're busy, like like, hey, I'm working right now, but I'm just joining your stream to show up, cool. Then I'll have a conversation. I'm like, but I just need some sort of communication to know things. Because I'm like, if I don't have like no communication, then I'm just gonna have it made up in my mind that, hey, people are joining my streams and they're not saying nothing. So I'm like, and then when I'm talking, and then it's just all like, oh yeah, you just not saying nothing. Nope. I like not saying anything. I'm joining your streams, but I'm not saying nothing. Like, that type of stuff, it's annoying to me. And I just like, and that's what I said in the stream. I'm just all like, imagine if you start up a stream, I'm like, and nobody says anything. Like, how that gonna make you feel? It's that type of stuff where I'm all like, hey yo, like, I don't ask for much. I'm like, hey yo, just join the stream, have a conversation. I'll be cool with that. That's it. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for donations. I'm not asking you to shout me out. I'm not asking y'all to raid me, to host me, anything where it's, literally the free stuff. Just a conversation. A conversation is literally the freest thing that you can do in this whole world. Like, if they're paying you, that's why, because there's been times where I've joined streams where they've been like, only subscribers are allowed to talk in my streams. It's not set up like that. You can talk if you want to. You don't have to be subscribed to my stream and if I'm like, I believe I have that feature off, I'm like, cause there's people that have joined my streams and they haven't talked. So I'm like, hey yo, like, if or they not subscribed, but not so much as not talk. They're not subscribed. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, there you go. Like, so it's like you're allowed to. I'm getting distracted and stuff. I should have turned my TV off when I did this episode. But anyways, but no, like I'm like, yeah, it's like you don't have to be subscribed. You don't have to gift me anything. You don't have to donate. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can literally join my stream for free and have a conversation for free. Like, I just, it's confusing because I'm like, man, like I feel like the streams are entertaining. I'm talking all throughout the streams. I'm playing literally some of the biggest games that are out. So I'm like, what more do you need to do in a Twitch stream in order to like have it where it's like at least one person is having a conversation? Like yesterday I had it and it was like shout out because I'm shouting him out. His name is Wholesome Knight, I believe. But anyways, he joins my streams. He actually he supports me more than I even knew. This man was at his house, okay, watching one of my videos. Like I don't know who it was. I can't remember who it was that was on the side watching it with them. But they were sitting there chilling, watching my YouTube videos. He joins my streams all the time. But I know that he works. I know that he's doing delivery type stuff. So I'm like, hey, it ain't no biggie. You doing your thing? Okay, I'm going to be over here doing my thing, right? There's been times that this man has been working, joined my streams, and he is showing love. So my question is why is it that he can do that, but people that join my streams, and I'm just assuming that y'all ain't even doing nothing, y'all ain't said nothing. And then I'm supposed to be okay with that. Like, that's the thing where it's like, I trip over stuff like that. People always want to, like, try to make it seem like that, oh, you're just, you're just, not overthinking, but, like, you're just angry, you're just mad, like, give it some time, or, whatever. I'm like, look, I'm giving it time. But I'm like, throughout that time, hey, yo, just say some things, right? Just let me know that you're here. Just let me know that a conversation can be started. But I'm like, if not, then I'm like, just look, unfollow me. I'm like, I'm not trying to deal with that stuff anymore, man. I'm not. So, but anyways, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all already know the promo stuff. If not, go to the last episode and just listen to the last few parts of it and things. But anyways, talk to you guys later. Peace.